Right now, there is an SUV prowling the streets that can hit 60 in under 3.6 seconds. Yet somewhere in its spec sheet is a decision Audi made that quietly terrifies its own engineers. This is the Audi RSQ8, and before we go any further, I need you to understand something. This isn't just a fast SUV. This is Audi's declaration of war against Lamborghini, against Porsche, against anyone who ever said a family hauler couldn't humiliate a sports car on a back road. But here's the thing nobody's telling you. Buried in this car's design is a flaw so strange, so deliberate, that by the end of this video, you're going to question whether Audi built the perfect performance SUV or a 4,500-pound science experiment with a price tag that will make your jaw hit the floor. Stick around, because that number is coming, and it is not what you expect. Let's start with the obvious. Under that aggressive, almost predatory front end sits a 4-liter twin-turbo V8, pumping out 591 horsepower and 590 pound-feet of torque. That's not a typo. That's supercar territory, wrapped in a body that can still fit 3 kids, a dog, and a week's worth of groceries. 0 to 60 comes and goes in 3.6 seconds. Top speed electronically capped at 190 miles per hour if you opt for the right package. Let that sink in for a second. This is a vehicle that weighs more than 2 Miatas stacked on top of each other, and it will out-accelerate cars that weigh half as much. Now here's where it gets personal for Audi. The RSQ8 shares its bones, its engine, even its suspension architecture with the Lamborghini Urus. Same platform, same power, different soul. Audi took Lamborghini's blueprint and said, we can do this better, more refined, more usable every single day. And by the way, if you're enjoying this deep dive into one of the most brutal SUVs on the planet, hit that subscribe button right now, because we break down machines like this every single week. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next on this channel. So what makes the RSQ8 feel different from its Italian cousin? It's the way Audi engineered restraint into raw violence. The air suspension can drop the ride height by up to 9/10 of an inch in dynamic mode, hugging corners like it forgot it's an SUV at all. The active roll stabilization uses a 48-volt electrical system to fight body lean in real time, something most sedans can't even dream of doing. And those carbon ceramic brakes, 16.5 inches up front, are borrowed straight from Audi's supercar playbook. Because when you're hauling this much weight at this much speed, physics does not forgive mediocre stopping power. Inside, it's a cockpit that blends aggression with luxury in a way few manufacturers can pull off. Honeycomb-stitched RS sport seats, a flat-bottom steering wheel that practically begs you to find a track, and a virtual cockpit display that shifts into a menacing red the moment you switch into dynamic mode. It's theater. It's psychological warfare against your own restraint. Every button, every stitch, every sound the exhaust makes when you mash the throttle. It's all designed to make you forget you're driving something that technically belongs in a school pickup line. And that exhaust note, by the way, is not natural. Audi tunes it, actively, electronically. Some purists call it fake, others call it genius. Either way, when that V8 snarls at 7,000 RPM, it doesn't sound like an SUV. It sounds like something that escaped from a racetrack and got lost on the highway. But here's where we circle back to that flaw I promised you. Audi built the RSQ8 to be the ultimate do-it-all machine, blistering on a track, comfortable on a commute, practical for a family. And in chasing all three, they created a vehicle that costs north of $130,000 once you start checking option boxes most buyers can't resist. Carbon exterior packages, upgraded brakes, bespoke interior finishes. It adds up fast, creeping dangerously close to territory occupied by actual supercars. Which raises the uncomfortable question Audi never wants you to ask out loud. At that price, are you buying the most capable SUV on Earth, or are you paying supercar money for something that, underneath all that engineering brilliance, is still fundamentally a very fast, very expensive box on wheels? That's the tension baked into every single one of these. A machine so good at everything that it forces you to question what you actually wanted in the first place. So here's my question for you. Would you spend that money on the RSQ8, or would you walk straight past it into an actual supercar showroom? Drop your answer below because I read every single comment, and this debate is far from over.